Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Soap Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Here are spoilers for this Thursday's, August 22nd, episode of EastEnders, which hasn't yet broadcast on television but is currently available to stream on BBC iPlayer. In the most recent episode of the show, EastEnders unveiled Teddy Mitchell's thoughtful gesture to Chelsea Fox. Chelsea bid number 1 farewell last week after learning that Gray, who is incarcerated at the moment, was selling up. When she learned that Teddy had already purchased the house so that he and his boys could start over in Walford, she was not pleased. In today's episode, the newlywed Mitchells invited guests to their housewarming party that they had planned to throw as a way to get to know their neighbors. After hearing about her niece Chelsea's plight, Kim became irritated with Teddy and Harry, informing them that despite years of mortgage payments from Gray, she has nothing left. Teddy informed her that he purchased the home to put Barney in a better school and to be nearer to his family. It's obvious they are disguising the real reason they came to Walford in the first place when Harry subsequently confronted his father why he had lied. Teddy's actions naturally made Chelsea wary, but when her card was denied, he was eager to set things right by buying her coffee. Teddy met with Gray's attorney to complete the house sale, but before the agreement was formalized, Teddy urged him to include one more stipulation. Their lies were ready to come undone when Barney was questioned at the party what exactly was so horrible about his previous school. When Chelsea eventually showed up for the celebration, Teddy informed her that, during the meeting with Gray's attorney, he had threatened to back out of the deal unless Gray contributed £30,000 to a trust fund for Jordan. Teddy's generosity surprised her, and she wasn't sure if she truly wanted Gray's money, but she was appreciative of it anyhow. Harry confided in his father that he had just received a call informing him that, you-know-who, from their previous residence was attempting to locate the new address. Teddy promised his kid he had big plans for their new life in Walford and reassured him that he had everything under control. Watchers may recall that earlier this week, when Harry went back to their former house, he was beaten. Teddy and his lads are fleeing from someone, but who is this enigmatic character from their past? EastEnders spoilers for tonight, Thursday, August 22nd, state that Teddy's disclosure about Gray Atkins and the property sale leaves Chelsea in disbelief. Teddy is the new owner of number 1, as was disclosed earlier this week. Chelsea wasn't happy with the news, but will this additional information win her over? Teddy had previously disclosed that he had bought number 1 from Gray, the former owner, who is incarcerated. Residents of Albert Square are not happy about Teddy's news, especially considering Gray's past and the fact that it forces Chelsea and son Jordan to move away. Teddy makes the decision to have a housewarming party in an attempt to win them all over. Even Kim and Chelsea agree to come, proving that the charm effort is effective. Teddy reveals something to Chelsea at the party that astounds her. He claims to have insisted on a last-minute clause, but what is it, in the agreement to purchase Gray's house? Subsequently, Harry informs his father that, you-know-who has been investigating their new residence. Teddy is adamant that everything is managed. However, from whom are they hiding? In an attempt to keep his family from learning that Cindy is actually his mystery woman, Junior brought Maxine to meet his family earlier this week. Junior received an ultimatum from Cindy, who took offense at this, saying that he could only see her if he was with her. Unaware that Junior is seeing his former wife, George gives his son some advice tonight on his dating situation. For what length of time is Cindy and Junior able to hide their affair? Teddy Mitchell is believed to have a close personal relationship with Gray Atkins, despite the fact that his intents and motivations are still completely unknown. Fans believe Teddy Mitchell to be worse than Phil Mitchell. This year, Billy Mitchell's long-lost half-brother, played by actor Roland Manookian, made his EastEnders debut as the smooth-talking and endearing Teddy. Since then, though, it has become apparent that Teddy and his sons are fleeing something while fervently trying to start over in Walford, leaving fans of the BBC One show with more questions than answers. In this Thursday's, August 22, episode of the popular program, Teddy expressed relief at moving into number 1 Albert Square, the house that Gray Atkins, who was found guilty of murder in 2022, had sold him. Unfortunately, Gray's purchase forced his estranged wife Chelsea Fox, who was raising their young son Jordan, out of the house. When she discovered Teddy making fun of number 1's murderous past, which included the deaths of Tina Carter and Chantel Atkins, whom Gray had mistreated without mercy throughout their marriage, she found it difficult to deal with. Teddy took it upon himself to confront Gray's solicitor as they concluded the paperwork over number 1 after finding out that a cash-strapped Chelsea had been booted out of house and home. In an unexpected turn of events, as seen in an early BBC iPlayer release, Teddy was able to persuade Gray to leave Chelsea £30,000 in a trust fund for Jordan after threatening to back out of their deal if he left a young mother and her son to starve. While many show watchers have been hoping the newcomer's charm is more than just a facade, some think they can see straight through him and predict he could be worse than his tough man cousin Phil Mitchell. Chelsea was astonished by the gesture and was later invited to Teddy's housewarming celebration. After this Thursday's scenes, a viewer went off on Reddit, saying, "Nah, there's something odd about their lack of remorse/sarcastic empathy tone for Gray murdering people and Harry making jokes about it too seems suspicious. Phil is terrible, but he's not a psychopath. However, I believe Teddy may be psychopathic. And his sense of style is outrageous." Another person concurred. However, a few soap fans concurred in another notion that was posted online, suggesting Teddy might be connected to Gray Atkins. The whole storyline doesn't make sense because Jordan is Gray's son and he's legally not allowed to kick a child out of their home, especially when it's his own child, a viewer commented. They continued, "I get the impression there's a connection between Teddy and Gray. As soon as Teddy rocks up to the square, Chelsea is turfed out of her home and Teddy strides straight in and makes generic comments when he learned about Gray from Billy. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a dodgy connection between Gray and Teddy," said another admirer. "Everything moves a little too quickly and easily. I'm curious as to how Gray managed to have Teddy rented out while feigning he was selling it in order to control Chelsea and force her out." They continued, saying perhaps this was a premonition of Gray returning to our screens in the near future and Teddy paying him a visit in prison. With you can never be sure. As some viewers speculated that Teddy might be fleeing Chrissy Watts or possibly be married to her, recent comments raised the possibility that he is connected to another criminal from Walford. In forthcoming scenes in the BBC soap opera, Chelsea Fox is disappointed that she must move out of number 1 and into number 20. Denise Fox promises to assist her in starting over. But they don't know that Teddy Mitchell has taken over number 1 yet. He purchased it so that he and the boys could make a fresh start there. Billy and Honey are informed by Teddy that he has purchased number 1 and that Gray has killed Tina and Chantel in the house. Teddy is unmoved, but after foolish Harry Mitchell offends a vengeful Chelsea, Teddy has to drag him to number 20 to apologize. Teddy reminds Harry that they need to make friends and about the trouble they've left behind. He proposes that they invite their new neighbors to a housewarming celebration. Teddy begins extending invitations to individuals for his housewarming celebration later in the week, and he even succeeds in winning Kim and Chelsea over with his charm offensive. Teddy's revelation at the party that he insisted on a last-minute condition in his agreement to purchase Gray's house astounds Chelsea. Harry approaches Teddy and informs him that, you-know-who has been snooping around their previous residence to ascertain their new address. Teddy, though, maintains that he has everything under control. What is he concealing? Teddy notifies Rice, who is taken aback, that he has chosen to assume Phil's debt. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.